What's up, YouTube? It's the kid RADbeezy, and you're tuning into Radical TV. Gang, gang. Before we get started, smash the notification bell, hit that like button. Let's dive in. Today's video is brought to you by Kevin Samuels, and it's titled, Even Martin Good Women Don't Get It. Let's go.
Being a nurse practitioner in ED, I can work anywhere.
Well, what I'm saying is, and what I'm ultimately saying is, black women are going to have to get very pragmatic and competitive. I mean, when Becky and them want something, they go find it. They'll go sit in history class because he has history class at that time. She just want to be next to him. And too many black women just expect it just to happen. Nope. Because y'all already outnumber us.
I think I had this expectation, especially being a Southern woman and traditional. I want the man to be at least assertive enough to approach me so I know he wants me as me chase him.
Well, Scarlett O'Hara also had to be in proximity of Rhett Butler. He did not have to go dig her up or find her.
But I feel like that's part of that scammer society. That's that Southern Belle, I want you for this reasons.
No, my point is, if you want a man to court you, you have to be in his proximity.
Gotcha.
He ain't gonna court you from Atlanta and you in Memphis. He gonna go over to Midtown. See, that's the thing. You ladies know how to organize a life, a career, but when it gets to your relationships and your romantic life, it's like, I just want the dream and the fantasy and let's be nebulous. No. When you went to college, there was a curriculum. You know you had 100 X hours to complete, and my freshman, I had to do this, just like you work out, right? Mm-hmm. You don't just go to the gym and say, I want a good body. No. There's a workout regimen. It changes often. There's a diet. There's a lot that goes into being you. Well, the kind of man you want, is he valuable?
Yes.
Is he rare?
Probably.
Well, then you're going to have to work. Or, buy a dog, die alone. Because the reality is, this is what happens. See, it's easy to stick your head down and work. And see, right around 30 is when a lot of times when women, black women in particular, in the black community, when we break up and have relationships, things fall apart, one of the first things we tend to want to do is go back to school. Go back to get more education. That's why I find so many sisters who are engaged and got masters. And all you're doing is wasting 2 more years. You're 30 years old. Are you about to go back to school?
I actually am, but I feel like if I have the
my goodness.
why
Hey, you can't make this up because you don't have extra time. Listen to that TikTok. That's your biological clock ticking.
And I feel like I make myself available.
You feel like what?
I make myself available. And as I said, career path I choose is always flexible.
Okay, see, you can be
Man, first off, this young lady is very respectful, very pretty young lady, very, very respectful, very well spoken, but she's very educated and keep wanting to go back to feeling. I guarantee you in her career, she can give you facts from actual accredited sources, but goes back to feelings for this because I can tell, you know what? She's realizing in this moment, the face she has right now, I want to see. In this moment, she's looked like she's realizing, you know what? I may have wasted the last 6 to 8 years trying to get a PhD and not learning the MAN that I want to spend the rest of my life with. And so, yeah, she's starting to realize that's the look on her face, the bewildered look of like, oh man, that deer in the headlights look. Did I just waste my life on a PhD? But let's dive back in. Let's go.
Pragmatic in your career path, but in your emotional life, it's all about your feelings. Don't tell me about what you feel. Tell me about what you think. Show me the numbers. You going to all girls college and you're looking for a husband.
No.
Tell me about what you feel. You see what I said? When life starts to slow down, first thing a lot of black women want to do is I'm going to go back to school so I can stick my head in the sand and feel like I'm getting something accomplished in life. So I'm going to do this. Well, I ain't got no husband, so let me go over here.
My head in the sand. My thing is...
And then I'm going to look up, and 2 years are going by, and then what's going to happen is I got an MS or an MBA. Then I sure can't date a guy who just graduated from high school because there's too much of an educational gap.
No. That's not what I'm doing. This is like 3 semesters, postmasters.
Postmasters?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I'm a PhD.
I'm a PhD. I don't mean to say it like that, but what I'm saying is...
I'm saying it like that because all the...
Available.
I think it is a travesty to have so many attractive, educated, intelligent, chronically single black women because you refuse to act like your non-black counterparts. You refuse to be competitive. You refuse to understand that the sexual marketplace requires you to compete for men. I have a colleague. His name is Dr. Tia Johnson. He teaches Black Masculine Studies, University of California, Santa Barbara. One of the 2 places in the country that teaches about black men. And you know what? He told me one of the largest enrollees in his class used to be white women. He used to fascinate him until he asked, why are you here? He sat down and asked some of these college students, he's like, I like black men. My boyfriend's black. I want to learn about the black culture, be a better woman for my man. You know who's not in that class? You. Becky's there to learn how to be a better woman to a black man, but you just expect black men to show up. Now Hispanic women are starting to show up because other women are coming for your men because other women have heard that y'all don't compete for your men. Because you just leave your treasure out there. So then you get mad when the Kardashians or when the ballers end up going with Becky. Why he married a white woman? Because you think it's self-hate. No, you're not. It's because those women actually showed some interest and came around and actually acted like they cared. They didn't just sit back like you need to come court me. But when black men get with non-black women, it ain't because they hate themselves. Most black men who are with non-black women will tell you they love black women. Their first choice will be a black woman. But being with a black woman in general is too complex. And then you tell that to a sister, well, we worked it, such and so forth. And all that sounds good until...
Wow! That is not a smile of joy. That is a smile of the modern good woman realizing that I may have wasted my time, you know. But she's being very, very respectful by taking this preaching, man, this gospel, man. God dang, man. All right. It's a lot to unpack here, folks. A lot to unpack here. First off, you know, when he kept speaking about her choosing to go back to school, choosing to, you know, keep advancing her career, which is nothing wrong with that in general, you know, I have nothing against that, you know, but her goal is to get a man, and, you know, she went to all girls college, but her goal is to get a man, and then she keeps saying, but, you know, with this career, I got this career as like a nurse practitioner. I think that's what she said. And I'm going to go back to school, postmaster, 3 semesters or whatever, all girls school, but I'm make myself available. How? Where is the time for a man, for one, with everything you're trying to do? And how are you making yourself available when you're not even putting yourself in spaces around men? Now, it'd be different if you was going to get these degrees to help build the man that you want to be with, you know. Okay, that'd be different. You know, like you got this attraction of the type of man you want to be with, the type of career path he has. So you want to learn this type of stuff so you can better communicate with him and better offer contribution to the kingdom that for him to build for you guys. That's perfect. But if that's not the case, then what are you doing this for? And why aren't you learning more about the person that you actually want to be with? Let's continue. We'll go through a little bit more of this. Let's go.
You 30, you got choices. You got 30, and you're gonna burn 3 semesters. 3 semesters of this very valuable 5-year period. Why?
I think it's a good choice, career choice, especially with the pandemic.
Okay.
And then it still allow me to be very flexible and be able to work anyway. So I don't think it would hinder.
Okay. Well, I would tell you that I know many women who went back to school, and I think they would beg to differ. I think they would tell you that being in school, you can't serve 2 masters. You got to have a job, and then you're in school. You have no time to really devote to a man.
None.
Beijing Doc, where's she at? Where they at? I wish I could bring them up right now. I'm telling you, I'm just talking. I do a lot of research. And just think about what I'm saying. Between 30 and 35 are critical years, and you're dedicating 3 semesters, so that's a year and a half. You're going to want to get some return from that year and a half investment. But at the end of the day, let's say you found your husband, or your husband found you. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
I mean, I don't want to.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
I don't want to, no.
Okay. What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to carry for a lifetime? Out of 100%, what percentage do you want to be responsible for having to make?
I don't have that exact answer. I mean, I want to be...
Out of 100%, right now you got to pay 100% of your financial load. If you get married and you have 2 kids, what percentage of that financial load do you want to have to carry?
I don't know. The way I've always thought about it, being that I love that traditional, I would love to have a man that would want to do that and pay the major bills, but I know I will always help. So it just...
Okay, so what you're ultimately saying is, I don't want to have to carry any of it. I will help, but I want him to be able to pay 100% of everything.
At least the major stuff. I want to give him...
No, man. Man, when I say the mortgage, the car notes, the insurance, the retirement, the kids' college fund, all that stuff is something. What percentage of that do you want to have to be responsible for?
All right, she's really pandering right now. And for a moment, she was one of the good ones. 30, no kids, beautiful, educated, Southern belle, wants to submit, likes the traditional setup. But she's not putting herself in a position to be around any type of man, and she wants to have a certain type of man and wants to take on a certain type of role in her marriage and family structure, and wants to do this within the next 5 years before that maternal clock ticks and smashes. But she has no actual idea or clue about what that is going to be like, what percentage of that she wants to contribute to it. And that is major, especially when you got 5 years to do it, mama, and you about to waste 2 of those on extending that PhD. Let's dive in, man. I got like a minute left to deal with this, man. Golly, let's go.
And I'm just asking, what do you want to?
I would rather my husband, if God lets me have one, to pay mortgage.
This ain't about God. This is a natural choice. I'm a Christian, but this is natural. God ain't got no part in our failures down here.
Well, the major bills, I would prefer my husband to pay just to have the household roll.
So in other words, ma'am, you want a husband that can fund, that can afford to cover you, 2 kids, to where your money is discretionary.
I would help with the kids. No, I wouldn't do
I'm talking about the finances of the family. I'm not talking about the administering of the family. See, this is a question that so many black women don't think about the math of it. Because the next part is coming home. You said, I don't want to have to work to have to pay significant bills after I'm pregnant. That means your husband has to pay all the significant bills if you're not working, right?
I think I mistook that. I don't mind working after that. is. No.
Okay.
But it's hard.
But what percent? Okay, but I need to be real clear. You have to pay 100% of your lifestyle right now.
Mm-hmm.
After you're married with 2 children, what percentage of your family's lifestyle do you want to have to pay?
I don't want to say 50-50 just for shits and giggles. Let's do 75-25.
75 is going to who? Him?
Yes.
All right. That means if the mortgage was $2,000, that means he's paying $1,500 and you paying $500.
If he got
Listen. 25% is a nice tip. So what you're basically saying is I want a man who can pay damn near 80% of the entire family financial load. The mortgage, the car payment, the insurance, the retirement, the trips, the travel, the braces, everything. Man, you said 75-25.
I don't
Stop. It doesn't matter how precise you get it. The bottom line is you don't want it to be 50-50. But here's the thing. Okay, so listen, this is important. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
That means this career you're talking about, you're going to give it up anyway because the real career is your husband. He's going to be bringing in all the money. If you get the man you want, he's going to be the major breadwinner. You are not going to be responsible. So this extra degree, extra thing is all actually not going to an outcome. It's just sitting on the wall.
You think so?
Man, if you have a husband paying 75% of everything and you're paying 25%, you are not in a career. You got a job. He's carrying the lion's share. So why do you need a master's or anything else like that to cover 25%? No. Listen.
I was gonna give
Because this is what so many sisters don't do. They just go talk about jobs and careers and this, but when it gets right down to it, I really don't want to have to be the one responsible for the financial load. I hope God blesses me with a man that I can be, and that's fine. So start with the end in mind. You don't want to have to be the breadwinner. You don't even want to be 50-50. But see, the thing is, you got to get the man first. Or that scenario you want?
I get what you're saying, but let me plead my case. The type of jobs that I go after, the reason why I want to do that, this because it allows me to be what they call PRN. So I work as
I know what PRN is. I get it.
Oh, but I still make a really good income. So it allows me to be very flexible. Like I can date.
Right. So where's your money gonna go?
Now, even though it sounds terrible what you're saying.
It's not sounds terrible. It sounds accurate. It sounds like most women don't want to have to be responsible for the financial family load. They want it on their husband. So if that's the case, you don't need a career. You need enough money to cover 25%. And that's not an MBA, a master's, or anything else. You could work anywhere and cover 25%. But see, so many women think I'll do all this, and I'm assuming you're taking out loans to pay for this stuff.
Not this time around.
How much student loan debt did you take out? Did you have initially?
You just really got to tell it. Oh my
Because here's the thing. If at the end of the day, you find the man God has for you, here you go, honey. I've got a bachelor's, I've got a master's, and I've got this, all this debt. There you go. Here's the mortgage. Here's the kids. And here's all this. You pay all that. Now I got this 25%. You got that. Now I got the bachelor's and the master's and all this other stuff. But I'm actually practically responsible for this portion of it. Then you don't need it.
I know you don't want to get into the specifics, but
And we're going to end it there. I'll put the full link to this in the description box. Goodness gracious. People, give me comments, likes, and shares. Subscribe. Oh, man. You know, even the ones that's 30 with no kids and educated and work out and beautiful, it still goes down back to the same old, same old. She want a man that makes up 75% of the household income, and she just now realizes that, and she wants to do this within the next couple of years, and but she wants to learn more about a career that she doesn't want to pursue, because when she gets married and has this family, she wants to pursue the career of being a wife and mother. So why not study that and learn more about that and get the man first? You get in the bag, but it's never presumed that your bag is his bag. It's presumed that our bag is your bag. So you're wasting time. And you understand that because why? You're a Southern girl and you want to do things through Southern traditions. You want him to be the breadwinner. So what are you doing? You're making yourself feel good. Giving yourself trophies on the wall. And not even preparing yourself for the ultimate trophy that you want, which is that ring on your finger. What are you doing? You're going to just learn on the job for the ultimate thing that you want? Come on, man. That's like LeBron never practicing ever. Never working out as a kid and just stepping out on the gym. You're going to be trash. Come on. You don't do that for the championship game. You got to compete. You got to work. Not just make myself available. They gonna see me. They gonna want all of this. All of what? You're not even preparing yourself for me. What are you preparing yourself for? I don't get it.